Welcome back to Forces Education. This is Ed. Today is the first video of my series regarding educational series on reading charts and indicators. So this one here is going to be the leading indicator video, and I recommend for you to watch the rest as well. So today I'm going to be talking about three that I'm familiar with: William percent R, RSI, and the stochastic. Either fast or slow, it doesn't really matter. They both tell the same exact thing. So I chose today. I'm going to be choosing here first Mark. It's one of the stocks that are currently not moving very much towards the hype that it did before. So I'm basically going to go back and look into a bit of historical movement. So this is in no way a DD as it itself. It's just more for educational purposes regarding understanding what the indicators I use. So it's very much a preference for me between William percent R and RSI. And I'll use stochastic fast because it's very much similar as well to William percent R. It just has extra averages and a bit of an extra indicator that I don't really find very necessary in this case. But what I like to do is I like to use William percent R, and I'll show you why here. But in terms for many people, they prefer RSI. Now RSI and William percent R are very similar. RSI goes from 0 to 200, and William percent R goes from 0 to negative 100. They basically say the exact same thing. The chart looks very much similar. It's just that this chart here has two red bands. One that basically once it goes above, it's considered at this point like oversold. Overbought here, and then at the bottom is oversold. So you would basically theoretically want to sell when it's overbought, and you want to buy when it's oversold. So overbought over here, oversold over here. So let's look here at the chart. So let's say I bought on this day on the 17th because it just crossed down the red band. So I'll basically buy it somewhere around 0.49. And you can see that you were able to go a little bit long, at least somewhere around here. So we can also look into here, for instance, before a run where the stock was oversold, going around the price of 0.66, and then you want to sell, for instance, as soon as it hit up somewhere, let's say here, the first day it hits in, that's around 1.16. So you literally hit almost 100%. So of course, these indicators are not to be used just by themselves. You have to look into multiple things, different indicators, reading the charts, and then coming in the story together. That's why the other videos are as well very important. So in terms of the William percent R and the RSI, why I use the William percent R is just merely on preference. They show the exact same information about RSI, and basically what they do is they capture the last 14 days period in terms of the information that you're reading. So looking here, for instance, at SINT, you can get to see, for instance, you want to sell as soon as it crosses the top here, right? What else you see? Perhaps you want to buy here. Then, you sell as soon as it goes in within the band. So usually stocks, as soon as they cross to the bottom, they become in a little bit of a nice buy. And that's based on the averages as well. So basically it's a formula related to that. Now another one here that is a leading average is as well called Obv, the Unbalanced Volume. So I'm just going to add it here to one more chart, and I'm going to delete the William percent R and the stochastic just to make it a little bit more simplified. So the Unbalanced Volume basically has a little bit of a different formula. Just try to find it here, and it just basically works in terms of just the volumes of the stock rather than putting into the price point. And so we can see here, for instance, it very much as well follows in a way a bit of resemblance into William percent R. So you can see that this movement here and a little bit into the bit, once it dipped down as well as did the William percent R, did dip down. Sorry, this is the RSI, but it's not always the case, because you can see here as well that, for instance, around this point it looks stable, right? So it's in terms of a closer point of view or high volatility, Unbalanced Volume can get a little bit more informative, but a lot of the time it doesn't tell you much of the story. So basically I use it just to confirm based on the action. So it's not a lot. A lot of these indicators are not high like accuracy, where if you see this you just gotta buy. But the one that I really like for leading indicators would be the RSI or the William percent R. For a lot of beginners, the RSI looks even more beautiful because you can get to see the two red bands. That's been my first video. Make sure to watch the second, and I hope this helped. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.